Good morning. I am Kristen Stutz. I'm the Assistant Regional Dean for the Amarillo campus. Feels a little bit strange to be talking to an empty sanctuary here this morning, so we're so excited for you to be joining us on the live stream. We want to welcome you to our 37th Match Day celebration. In light of the pandemic and our responsibility for safely celebrating with you and your families today, we are hosting our very first virtual live stream Match Day event. So Dr. Jordan and I are going to ask for a little grace. This is also our first live stream event, so if we might have a blooper roll when we're finished. We're just going to ask you for some grace this morning. I think I was as nervous to get up here to start this as you guys have been all week to be able to open your envelopes. So. It's certainly been an unprecedented year, and while we wish we could be with you in person, we look forward to meeting your friends and family at graduation, so that is our goal. While I suspect you've heard not much else this last month, today's ceremony is unique to medicine. It's a national event where medical students across the nation open their envelopes that tells them where they're going to complete their residency. So right before the clock strikes 11, we will be virtually sending the envelopes to you to open. Dawn will be really excited when those get to you this morning. A reminder to parents, family members, and friends, please leave a message in the comments. And students, if you feel comfortable when you find out where the next part of your journey is, if you would share that in your locations with your classmates and colleagues, we would appreciate that. Once you've had the opportunity to open your envelopes, we will also be sending a short and a long list to you. The short list is the class of 2021 Amarillo, and the long list is the class of 2021 all four campuses. So you should be getting those shortly after you open your envelope. This is always kind of a difficult time. This is when we usually have you in the room. You're all kind of nervous, standing around, holding your envelope. Some of you hold it up to the light to see if you can see through it, which you should know us, you can't. We don't want that surprise to happen any sooner than it needs to at 11 o'clock. So we're very excited to have this day with you. So we've got about 8 minutes before you can open your envelope, so 8 minutes before those emails will arrive to you. So we want to make sure that you've got your whatever libation you're going to toast with this morning. Once you've opened your envelope, we want to make sure that you have that with you so that we can toast. Dr. Jordan and I will be air toasting with you this morning, so in terms of that. I'm going to share a few fun facts with you to kind of take up a little bit of time while we're waiting. So the School of Medicine, Texas Tech School of Medicine was initially established to provide medical care for West Texas, and in hopes that it would expand to a full-fledged health sciences center. In 1969, long before any of you were here, 23 of the westernmost counties in Texas had no hospital, and 19 counties had no physician. Today, TTUHSC provides health care for more than 2 million patients in West Texas, and has graduated more than 3,000 physicians. And we're getting ready to add 53 more graduates from Amarillo in May. So we're very excited that this is this one step, and then we have the graduation step next. So more than 20% of the practicing physicians in West Texas have graduated from the School of Medicine or its residency programs. So we're very proud that we're going to be adding 53 more that may be practicing in West Texas also. I guess we'll find that out in a little bit at close to 11 o'clock. Okay, so I show we have 6 minutes to go. So this might be kind of our little bit of an awkward pause while you guys get excited with your family, share with them where you think you might be matching. I want all of you to think back to the first year of medical school when you came and you said, this is what I want to be. And I want you to think now, is this what I'm going to be? Some of you have had a very different journey than when you started. Some of you have known since you were 8 or 10, this is what you wanted to do with your life. Some of your parents have known that vision with you also from the time you were 8 or 10. Dr. Jordan, is there anything you'd like to add?
I don't think I have time to get my welcome in there in the silence period here. except that we're really proud of all of you.
We've had a lot of folks here who have helped us to put this together. So I guess I can take the time right now to thank some of the folks while we're waiting. I'd like to thank the Medical Education Office staff. So Gayla, she puts up with my virtual to-do lists, my manual to-do lists, and was really helpful in terms of getting this whole program together. I also want to thank Janet. Janet spends a good amount of time with the residents. So those of you guys who are staying in Amarillo, you basically transfer where my office is. You're going to go around the corner to where Janet's office is. So, and Janet's been really helpful. She always helps to pitch in with whatever we need. And then also to Dawn. This is Dawn's very first match day, so we're very excited. We're glad to have her here with us, and I have to give her thanks for most of what you're going to see because she was an integral part of engineering all the videos that you'll see today. So we're very pleased to have her, and I think she'll be really excited when she gets her first match day under her belt. And then I also want to say a special thanks to Dr. Jordan. I think you all at home would agree with me that Dr. Jordan is very much a student advocate and very definitely sees the importance of medical education. So I hope that you've been able to experience that, and you can tell your parents and family and friends who are here with you kind of what your experience is what your experience at Amarillo has been. We consider you part of our family when you come here, and I think that you have faculty and staff, clerkship coordinators and clerkship directors that go out of their way to make your experience here and your medical education here the best it can possibly be. So I'm very confident that no matter what letter you're opening this morning, I'm sending out 53 new ambassadors for Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center and the School of Medicine. Okay, I show 10:57, so we've got 3 minutes left to go. We're looking forward to having you guys come this afternoon for the walkthrough event. So we've got some really fun things for you to do this afternoon, and we're looking forward to having you come by. That'll be our opportunity to bump elbows with you and celebrate. This is probably the hardest part for me because I can't look out in the audience and see the anticipation on your faces in terms of where you are, so I'm just having to imagine that in my head. So, oh, see, the balloons are so excited, they're nearly falling down from excitement. We thought that might happen, so we're going to roll with it. That's part of being live, and as Dawn needs to tell me in terms of being live, that I need to learn to be flexible. So that's what we're doing. As long as it doesn't get down on top of Dr. Jordan's head, we'll be okay.
I'll be able to hide.
Always a little comic relief. And always nice to have folks here with us. Okay, you guys have about 2 minutes before those letters will be arriving to you that you can open those envelopes. One minute. The anticipation's killing me, and I'm sure it's killing you too. Okay, take a deep breath. Make sure you have got yourself open to your Texas Tech email, that you're ready to go. That's where it will come. You'll get an email that will come to your Texas Tech email. You'll be able to open up your virtual match letter. And we're hoping that you're going to be very happy this morning. I think there are going to be a lot of you that are extremely happy this morning. All right. Those emails should be arriving, and please open your envelopes. And gosh, Dr. Jordan and I wish we could be there with you. Again, please remember that you guys can leave us comments and so forth in the comment section of the Facebook page. We'll have this later. It'll be a historical event for you. So please make sure that everyone leaves their comments. Dawn's hooping and hollering in the back because all the emails are sending, so we're great. I was telling Dr. Stark she was telling me this is what the experience they've had with Zoom in terms of the kind of the dead space on the other end where you're not sure what's going on. So I'm imagining in my head you guys hooping and hollering, and you're sending your tweets and your Snapchatting, and that's the part we're missing this morning. We wanted to give you enough time to open your envelopes before we start the program, but the suspense is pretty much killing Dr. Jordan and I. So we're hoping to get ready soon so we can see how you're doing.
I hope everybody is really pleased with what you're reading, and we're glad that everybody is matched. So let me at this time welcome students, parents, spouses, family members, and friends to the 37th Annual Match Day Ceremony and Student Awards Day. Thank you for understanding on how we've had to alter this year's celebration. Believe me, this is new territory for Dean Stutz and I. And to our great students, thank you for your persistence in making it through these difficult pandemic times. Even though we've had to modify many things on the fly, you didn't let that stop you from achieving this milestone of this career milestone of matching into a residency. Your parents, special loved ones, are very proud of you, and we are proud of you also. So please take some time to tell all those individuals who helped you to get to this moment how much they mean to you and how grateful you are to them. If they're sitting beside you right now, give them a safe COVID hug, give them an elbow bump, let them know that you love them and that you deeply appreciate them. And from this time forward, always work to make those who got you where you are today to continue to be proud of you. We know you have what it takes because, after all, we did select you to come to Texas Tech. So with that, I would like to switch to have Ms. Stacy Phillip, one of our grade fourth-year students, to give the invocation.
It's an honor and a privilege to be able to give this invocation. If you would please bow your heads with me. Our most precious God, we praise you and thank you for this beautiful day that you have given us, to be able to join with our peers, family, friends, mentors, and administrators who have helped guide us on our journey so we can celebrate this most joyous occasion together. We are grateful that you have allowed us to gather in this way during this pandemic and pray for continued guidance and safety. For several of us, this is a day that we have been dreaming of for years, and we praise you that we finally get to experience it as a reality. We thank you for the knowledge, wisdom, and strength to have made it this far and to be able to achieve such a milestone in our lives. We pray that no matter where our paths may take us from this day forward, that we would be fruitful where we are planted, to be a blessing to others, and to be able to help our communities. Help us carry out the tasks that you have given us in order to fulfill our purpose. We ask for peace for all who are participating with us today, and that you would bless all of the day's events. Thank you for your goodness and love. Amen.
Thank you so much, Stacy. We appreciate you doing that for us. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Shane Harper, who was selected by our students to give the toast to the class.
Welcome, parents and graduating medical students. As we all enjoy this weekend with many exciting moments, we now bring the most anticipated moment of all, the toast by yours truly, Shane Harper. And I know what you're going to say. Harper? Really? That guy? There'll be explosions, there'll be people running around crazy, scenes from the helicopter, drone footage, all sorts of Hollywood action stuff. And I'll be honest, I considered everything and more. But we got to be a little bit serious. So let's take a look at your livelihood for the past 2 years. So over the past several years, you've seen some pretty remarkable things by some pretty remarkable faculty.
Shane, I need your help.
And we've taught you much about medicine. We've shown you how to take care of the patient, the family, and
Hey, Shane, I need help, man. I need help.
okay, I got this. And throughout that time, you've all been pretty good about everything. You've taken a lot in. But Foley? But as you travel into your world of medicine, you too will face your own problems. Always rely back on what you've learned here in Amarillo. But in all honesty, guys, it's been fun. You've been a fun class. We've had some good times. But now we're kicking you out of the nest. You're going out into the world. And for that reason, I'll leave you with a couple of pieces of advice that have helped me throughout my career. Number one, you're always going to have quiet days of desperation. Days where you feel like no one else knows what you're going through, the sufferings, the carnage, but I promise you, you're not the first to walk in those footsteps. Secondly, always remember your gifts and abilities are given to you by God, and what you do with those talents and abilities are your gifts back to God. Okay? Always remember, it's the patient first and then you second. Always put them in front of your own needs. Lastly, Einstein was the one that said, life is like a bicycle. It's always easiest to balance if you're moving forward. And therefore, strive to always improve yourself, improve your practice, your knowledge base, and your skill set. Makes life a lot easier down the road. So, to the class of 2021, ask everyone to please raise their glasses. We toast you to your accomplishments. Good luck.
Wow, that's a hard act to follow. Thank you, Dr. Harper, very much for your toast to the class. Congratulations to all of you. Now that you know where you are, I'm again going to manage to see those happy faces this afternoon. So it was a little over a year ago that the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted our lives and both threatened and challenged the healthcare system. Words like quarantine, social distancing, and Dr. Fauci were introduced into our vocabularies, and surgical masks, goggles, sanitizers, and face shields became a part of our daily wardrobe. The pandemic also challenged the delivery of medical education. The class of 2021 had to quickly adapt to the virtual learning environment and a video platform which we all know very well, called Zoom. One of the most challenging tasks was to virtually proctor their MBME subject examinations. Morning, everyone. Glad to see you today. We're going to be getting ready for the MBME. So just a reminder that the student honor code applies to this exam. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to finish up a little bit. Whit, if you could do a 360 of your room, please.
Is this okay?
Well, actually, I wanted the room instead of you, but I guess that'll work for today. And remember, then I'll give you a startup code, and then I'm going to also have you guys, I'll put my number in the chat. And if you guys would please send me your cell phone numbers with your names, so that we'll use these in case you have to go to the bathroom or anything like that.
Am I supposed to give you my number now?
Yes, if you would please put your number in the chat, I would appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read aloud the instructions for the exam. So before the exam begins, please be sure you do not have any unauthorized personal items and/or devices in the testing room. These items include, but are not limited to, the following: iPads or tablets, iPods, media devices, watches with alarms, computer or memory capability. So does anybody have an Apple Watch on that they need to take off? If you will do that, please, I would appreciate it.
Mine's a Russian-made knockoff. Is that okay?
No, sir. Same thing. If it does anything, beeps, buzzes, or gives you any information at all, I'm going to need you to take that off, please, Brian.
But it's always wrong.
Sure.
No. Please leave your shirt on. Whit.
Oh, okay.
And then coats, outer jacket, or headwear. If you have any of that on, we're going to need to go ahead and have you. If you have a coats on, please zip your pockets. And then I don't see anyone with headwear. However, Amy, it looks like you have a filter on.
So I can't get it off. I'm here and I'm not actually a unicorn, and I'm ready to take the NBME, but I don't know how to get it off.
Okay, so let's try the startup code one more time. A as in Amy, C as in Charlie, L
Amy,
as
Charlie,
in Larry,
Larry.
5-3.
Oh, Curly.
When you are ready
Sean, do you need to take a break before we get started?
I'm just stretching a little bit.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, so we will,
No,
The babies are here.
it's okay. No, we're good. We're good. She
Are
won't
you
help
sure?
me. We're good. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
okay, all right, okay. So once you guys have got the startup code and you can launch your exam, so when you're ready to launch your exam, you may begin.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, Brian, you may go to the bathroom. Pause your test.
But I asked before he did.
It's okay, Whit, you may also go to the bathroom as long as you're not roommates.
He's my roommate.
Okay, well, Brian, then you'll need to go first, and then Whit, you're gonna just have to wait till Brian comes back, unless you have two bathrooms in the same house.
It's okay. I already took care of it.
Which one did you do, Dion?
I did it on.
Okay.
Ellen and Sean, please remember that this is an independent exam. You should each be taking your exam independently, please.
Whew. Very glad that I do not have to proctor for the clerkship directors very often. That would be a difficult task. And I have to say, for as many MBMEs as I've proctored for all of you guys, that was worse than anything we've ever had to deal with. So today, the class of 2021 joins with approximately 29,000 senior applicants across the nation and 64,000 applicants across the globe to complete for 35,000 PGY1 slots that allow them to continue with the next stage of their training, their residency. I am pleased to announce that 49% of the Amarillo graduating class will be training in primary care, and 51% of the Amarillo class will complete their first year of residency in the great state of Texas. We will also extend our Texas hospitality to the states of Alabama, California, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Utah, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. In the graduating class as a whole on all campuses, 55% will be practicing in primary care, with 56% of the students completing their first year of residency in Texas, and 33 students will be remaining within the TTUHSC system. While we are excited to have the students begin their new journeys, we have also enjoyed the opportunity to get to know this class and feel confident in saying to you, their families, that we thank you for sharing your sons and daughters with us. This is normal for me, this is normal for them. I treat them as if I've had 53 kids in my family, so I'm really excited and happy for you guys today. Over the years, we've noticed that clinical experiences and residency choices tend to bring out some unique characteristics and endearing qualities, which we wonder if they carried with them from their earlier years. So please join me as I announce the match results for the class of 2021 in Amarillo. Ahmed will be joining the urology program at Albert Einstein Medical Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Udaya will be joining the family medicine residency program at the University of Michigan Hospitals in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Fatima will be joining the pediatrics residency at UT Southwestern Medical School in Dallas, Texas. Sada will be joining University of Texas Health Sciences Center in San Antonio, Texas in internal medicine. Shagufa will be joining the family medicine program at Memorial Hermann Hospital in Sugar Land, Texas. Annalicia will be joining the internal medicine program at the University of Texas at Austin Dell Medical School. Catherine will be joining the neurology residency program at Methodist Hospital in Houston, Texas. Avery will be joining the obstetrics and gynecology residency program at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. Preston will be joining a neurological surgery residency at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston, Texas. Ryan Dean will be joining a diagnostic radiology program at Baylor University Medical Center in Dallas, Texas. Alex will be joining an emergency medicine program at Florida Atlantic University Schmidt College of Medicine in Boynton Beach, Florida. I'm coming to visit you, Alex. Shree, we're so excited. Shree is staying here with us in the internal medicine program at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center. Sipara will be joining family medicine's program at Memorial Hermann Hospital in Sugar Land, Texas. So the dynamic duo will be together. Hannah will be joining the emergency medicine residency at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. Darby will be joining the family medicine residency program in McClellan County Family Medicine in Waco, Texas. Bhargavesh will be joining the emergency medicine program at Ochsner Clinic Foundation in Nolens, Louisiana. Andres will actually have 2 positions at Bronx Healthcare System. He'll begin his first transitional year at the Bronx Healthcare System in Bronx, New York, followed by an ophthalmology residency also at Bronx Care Health System. Clarissa Gutierrez will be joining an anesthesiology program at the Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. Cheryl Haston, while Cheryl has spent her 3rd year with us as part of the Family Medicine Accelerated Track program, she will be continuing her family medicine residency at the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center in Lubbock, Texas. Jay Matthew Helm, just a word here, Jay, please don't shoot the messenger. He will be joining an orthopedic surgery residency at the University of Texas Medical School in Houston, Texas. Tyler Helton. Tyler will be joining the emergency medicine program at Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Temple, Texas. And Connor Jacobson will be joining the family medicine program at Mountain Area Health Education Center in Asheville, North Carolina. Hunter will be joining the orthopedic residency at UT Southwestern Medical School in Dallas, Texas. Bella will be joining the internal medicine program at the University of Alabama Medical Center in Birmingham, Alabama. Ali Khan will be joining the emergency medicine program at Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Temple, Texas. Aisha will be joining the pediatrics program at UT Southwestern Medical School in Dallas, Texas. Aaron will be joining the psychiatry program at the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center in Permian Basin in Midland, Texas. Kenny will be joining the internal medicine program at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. Christina will be joining the preliminary surgery program at San Joaquin General Hospital in French Camp, California. Carlos will be joining a family medicine program at Sova Health in Danville, Virginia. Ganesh will also have 2 positions. He will begin at the Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas for his internal medicine preliminary year, and then he will go on to a dermatology rotation at the Mayo Clinic School of Graduate Medical Education in Rochester, Minnesota. Emily will be joining the family medicine program at Cambridge Health Alliance in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Sarah Mendy will be joining the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine in our neighboring city, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in pediatrics. Monisha will join the pediatrics residency at UT Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, Texas. Emily Nguyen will be doing a child psychiatry residency at UT Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, Texas. Evan will be joining a preliminary surgery program at the University of Kentucky Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky. Felix Omorui will be joining the University of Rochester Pflaum Eye Institute in Rochester, New York, with a residency in ophthalmology. A quick shout out to Felix. Felix, you're one of the only gentlemen I know whose eyes are not bigger than their stomach. Bradley Osam Wangi. Bradley will be joining the orthopedic surgery residency program at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Miss Stacy will be joining the family medicine residency in His Image Family Medicine in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Priska will be joining the internal medicine residency program at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. Nick Smith will be joining the Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare Family Medicine Residency Program in Tallahassee, Florida. Joe Suryavanshi will be joining the Indiana University School of Medicine Orthopedic Surgery Residency in Indianapolis, Indiana. James will be joining the Internal Medicine Residency Program at Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood, Illinois. Jonathan will be joining the Orthopedic Surgery Residency Program at University of Rochester Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester, New York. John White will be joining the Psychiatry Program at Baylor Scott & White Medical Center in Temple, Texas. Hannah Wilkerson will be joining the University of Utah's Internal Medicine Program in Salt Lake City, Utah. Haley Gibler-Williams will be joining the Neurology Residency at Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio. Sarah Wilson will be joining the Family Medicine Program at University of Texas Health Sciences Center in San Antonio, Texas. Jonathan Young will be joining a pathology residency at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. And San Zadu will be joining the University of Texas Health Sciences Center in San Antonio, Texas for a residency in psychiatry. Congratulations to all of you. We're very, very excited for you this morning. Each year, the students vote to have one of their faculty members share their collective wisdom and deliver a challenge to the graduating class. It wasn't that long ago that Dr. Amy Stark was participating in her own match ceremony on the Amarillo campus as a student with us. We are pleased to have her back with us in our Department of Psychiatry, and if you don't recognize her, she was the one with the unicorn horn on Zoom. So it is my pleasure to ask Dr. Stark to issue the challenge.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone. I love following all that wonderful, great news. So, good morning. Again, for those of you who don't know me, because I know we don't just have students watching, my name's Dr. Amy Stark. I'm a psychiatrist and the clerkship director here at Amarillo. So for family members, I have spent a lot of time with your loved ones, and it has been my privilege. And today, I have the honor to issue your Match Day Challenge. And it truly is an honor. Thank you for allowing me to celebrate with you today and to impart some wisdom. And you know, as a psychiatrist, my challenge will be rooted in feelings and your well-being. So buckle up, kids. I know COVID has rained on your parade, not only for Match Day, but the entire last year. I bet when you were given that white coat just a few short years ago that you didn't imagine your final year of medical school would be characterized by Zoom meetings, personal protective equipment, and cancellations. Regardless, today is a day for celebration. Before I issue you your challenge, I want to remind you all that it's okay, even on days of celebration, to have some sadness for what could have been. Good and bad feelings can coexist. And while I certainly hope that good feelings and good days outweigh the bad ones for you, please remember that it's okay to authentically be yourself and honor whatever you're feeling. And that sentiment lays the foundation for my challenge. Interestingly, when I was discussing this presentation with my partner and what kind of challenge I wanted to present to you, he said, "What are you going to call it? Good advice you've ignored for the past 10 years? So please know that while I'm challenging you to do is a practice in wellness, this is a practice, something that you commit and recommit yourself to daily. And this has been a good reminder for myself as well. So for that, I thank you. But this is about you. And I know you have been working for years towards the moment where you can say, trust me, I'm a doctor. But today I'm going to challenge you to think about the other parts of yourself. Take a second to think about what makes you, you. As you embark on the next chapter in your lives, I challenge you to remember that you're more than a physician. I challenge you to be more, to do more, and to have more. Never forget that you are more than just a resident, just a doctor, or a cog in the giant machine that is American healthcare. You are a beautiful, one-of-a-kind soul with depth and richness. Make the time to foster those parts of yourself that make you, you. Your hobbies, your relationships, your passions. Don't let those sit on the back burner during residency. You may be thinking to yourself, but Dr. Stark, residency is so busy. When will I have time to do all those things? Well, do I have a concept for you? Boundaries. I know you have to work and learn, and you will. You will do those things, and you will be busy. But in the free time that you do have, set aside some for you, just for you, to do the things that recharge you, the things that fill your cup. I'm challenging you to place some boundaries and fiercely protect the time you set aside for yourself. Time to spend with friends and loved ones. Time to spend alone in nature. Time to continue to foster those other parts of yourself that make you unique and whole. I challenge you to live your life to the fullest, even when you're busy, and chase your dreams, even when you're tired. That being said, I also challenge you to listen to your body and to rest when you need it. We get used to thinking of our lives in increments. Undergrad, med school, residency. I remember living on the mantra, you can do anything for 4 years. But instead of waiting to get to the other side, where, spoiler alert, there's more work, I challenge you to enjoy the journey. Don't wait for a special occasion to do that something special. Every day is a special occasion. But not every day can be a great one. And there will be days when you're tired, when you need a break, and that's okay. Learn to let yourself rest and recharge. Resting is productive. I know many of us struggle with the concept of rest. The I'll sleep when I'm dead mentality isn't actually healthy. Trust me, I'm a doctor. I challenge you to accept the fact that you will need to rest. Medicine isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Just because you are tired and need to rest doesn't mean you aren't strong, aren't dedicated, or aren't doing the best that you can. I challenge you to make peace with the idea that taking breaks is an important part of being the best you can be, which leads me to the final piece of this challenge. I challenge you to be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is a practice. Very few people are good at it right off the bat. I challenge you to be aggressively self-compassionate. Be gentle with yourself when needed, and be kind at all times. When in doubt, ask yourself, am I treating myself the same way I would treat my best friend? There will be tough days. There will be times when you're pretty sure you've used dry shampoo 1 too many days in a row. There will be days when you make mistakes. On all of these days, please be kind to yourself. To summarize, my challenge for you is to be you, to authentically be you, to be well and live life to the absolute fullest, to live your life so that medicine is only part of the legacy you leave behind, and remember to enjoy the journey all along the way. I am so very proud of each of you and all that you've accomplished. I look forward to seeing the great things you will achieve when you begin your next adventure. Congratulations again to you and your loved ones. What a momentous day. It has been my privilege to accompany you on part of your journey. With all the love in the world and hopes for a beautiful next chapter. Thank you.
Miss Amy, if you'd stay for just a minute. We want to give you this plaque on behalf of the class of 2021. It's the Mario Fiola MD Outstanding Faculty Award. So we're going to just have to bump and say thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thank you for the challenge. It's always good to be reminded to take care of yourself. I think that's hard for all of us to do on occasion. We're going to go ahead and continue celebrating with you all today. Being selected to medical school, since I'm the only one up here, being selected to attend medical school places each student in a noble category. Please join me in recognizing a subgroup of these very accomplished students who are elected to Alpha Omega Alpha. Election to Alpha Omega Alpha is a distinction which accompanies a physician throughout his or her career and is a result of their scholastic excellence and capacity for leadership, compassion, and fairness in dealing with one's colleagues. Students who are in the top 1/6 of their class and show a record of service to the school and community at large are eligible. At this time, we would like to recognize the AOA members from the Amarillo campus. Ahmed Abdallah, Avery Bramnick, Preston D'Souza, Bhargavesh Gautam, J. Matthew Helm, Tyler Helton, Hunter Jones, Ganesh Manyam, Emily Marbis, Emily Nguyen, Bradley Osemwengi, Josh Suryavanchi, and Hannah Wilkerson. Congratulations to this very talented and very hardworking group of students as AOA members. I would like to continue with recognition of those members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. This group of students was peer selected as a result of their demonstrated excellence in clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. Please join me in congratulating these students: Ahmed Abdallah, Connor Jacobson, Aisha Khan, Kenny Lahart, Stacy Phillip, Clarissa Gutierrez, and Josh Suryavanchi. Congratulations to those students as well. We're going to continue our celebration with all of the Amarillo students as they receive departmental awards. The first award is the W. Mitchell Jones MD Medical Scholarship Award that was established by the Friends of Dr. Jones as a tribute to his contribution to the psychiatry department and the medical school in Amarillo as a whole. He has chosen to present this award to a third-year student so that he or she will be able to make use of these funds during their fourth year. I am honored to present this award on behalf of Dr. Jones to Diego Regalado. Congratulations, Diego. Since we are presenting this program virtually, our faculty were kind enough to record a special message for each of our recipients, and we would like to share that with you now.
The first student I'm going to mention is our overall outstanding student, and personally, this is very gratifying to me because I've had the opportunity to serve as a sort of advisor and mentor to her in this process, and she has just been fantastic. You know, just the model of professionalism, exceedingly interested in everything, you know, we had to say and do. She just has so much initiative, and you know, it's just a very bright person. She brings that warmth to the bedside. Patients see it and they really relate to her. And I just foresee really great things for Sapara Duca, who is going to be our overall outstanding student. So round of applause for Sapara. We are very proud of you. Our next award is something we don't do all the time, but in this case, I just felt like, you know, we just had such outstanding students to choose, and I really couldn't refine it any better than getting to a top two. So periodically we will do what's called a Chairman's Award. This is something we want to do departmentally to recognize, you know, another of our exceptional family medicine students. Connor Jacobson has just been super engaged with trying to figure out ways to help improve the health of the public in general and the health of our communities. He did an excellent job on his academic rotations with us, and we also see a very bright future. So on behalf of the Department of Family and Community Medicine, congratulations to Connor Jacobson, who'll be recognized with our Chairman's Award.
This is the Internal Medicine Outstanding Student Award going to Bella Kalayel Parampal. Bella has rounded with me, has rounded with many faculty, and obviously with all her classmates. She has excellent personality. She is well liked by everybody. And she has these personal traits that you want to see in a future physician. Knowledge is important, but however, the personality and judgment make knowledge go long ways. Please join me to congratulate Bella for this award, and we wish her the best as one of our future great physicians. Thank you.
Hi, I'm so proud of the class of 2021 for giving their best effort in learning obstetrics and gynecology, in spite of a lot of challenges and hardship that we faced, including COVID pandemic, remote virtual learning classes, cancellations of exam, but you all did it. We made it. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. Dr. Benjamin V. Salazar, MD Memorial Award, was first presented at Texas Tech University Health Science Center in 1993 to one of the most outstanding students on match day here on Amarillo campus, and has since been given each year. Dr. Salazar was born in Philippines, and his commitment to excellence in medical education was recognized throughout his career, as he received multiple awards, both from the resident and the faculty alike. This year, it was really a difficult task for us to single out one student in a highly impressive pool. But based on the core competencies, we as a department selected the highly deserving candidate. And it is with great pleasure that Dr. Benjamin V. Salazar, MD Memorial Award is presented to Avery Bramnick as an outstanding student in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at Texas Tech University Health Science Center in Amarillo campus. Please join me in congratulating Avery Bramnick. Thank you.
Maurice Dyer Memorial Award was established in memory of Dr. Maurice Dyer, who was a practicing pediatrician in Amarillo in 1973 and became the first regional associate dean. Dr. Dyer had a strong interest in developing an academic center for pediatric education in Amarillo. Currently, there is an academic pediatric center with many distinguished faculty, with residents and allied health professionals who provide care to many children in the Texas Panhandle. In memory of him, a scholarship was established, and its purpose is to honor the best student going into pediatrics who is graduating this year. Today, because we've had a very difficult time trying to narrow down to one student, we have decided to select two students. And we believe that these two students who are pursuing a career in pediatrics fulfill all the attributes of Dr. Dyer. So today we're awarding this scholarship to Manisha Narayana and Sarah Mendy. We congratulate Manisha and Sarah for being the outstanding pediatric students this year. And we know that they will go on to make us proud of them in their future endeavors.
MD Memorial Scholarship. Dr. Gerald Holman was a pediatrician, endocrinologist, geneticist, and hospice specialist. He was originally from Canada, then approved as an associate dean and assistant to the vice president of Texas Tech Medical School in Amarillo. Dr. Holman had also a strong interest in medical education and prompted the development of a pediatric academic center in Amarillo. His family has endowed his scholarship for a third-year medical student who will pursue a career in pediatrics. Dr. Holman always encouraged higher learning in basic science with expertise in clinical pediatrics. Altruism, compassion, and humility were also great values. In memory of Dr. Holman, this year's award goes to Mary Grigas and Angela Abraham, who have both shown all of the above qualities. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to announce that this award for the best students in neonatology goes to our senior student, Aisha Khan, and who has done very well. She's been involved, and she is involved in several research projects, and she always was very good to the patients and their families. On those bases, she has been nominated by the Faculty of Neonatal Medicine in the Amarillo campus. So therefore, it is my great honor and privilege, as supported by my colleagues from Amarillo Neonatology Department, to offer this award to Aisha Khan, who is graduating students, and this is honored, bestowed on fourth-year students who have done well in neonatal medicine. And it is going to be a yearly award to the best student as nominated by the faculty with whom they had worked. And then we congratulate Aisha Khan to be nominated for this award.
We had an amazing group of students who chose to pursue psychiatry this year. They were all compassionate and eager to learn. One student, though, demonstrated they were willing to go above and beyond expectations in every area. They volunteered their time at the free clinic providing psychiatric care to some of the most needy patients in our community. They helped to provide guidance to the incoming class of third-year medical students, and they were always willing to stay late to discuss patient care, learn more, or see one more patient. I'm pleased to be able to honor Emily Nguyen as the outstanding student in psychiatry for the class of 2021.
Hello, my name is Brian Schneider. I'm the Surgery Clerkship Director in Amarillo. I am here to present the award for the overall outstanding surgical student this year. That award this year goes to a student who is universally liked by the faculty. He worked hard and made a good impression with everyone. Although he chose urology rather than general surgery, we still like him. He should be impressing people in Philadelphia next year. This year's award goes to Ahmed Abdallah.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mohammad Haris Nazim. I'm the Regional Chair for the Department of Surgery in Texas Tech in Amarillo. It's my great pleasure to present this year's Chairman Award for Department of Surgery to Bradley Osamwengi. I've known Brad for the last 2 years when he first started rotating in surgery as a third-year medical student. I found him to be a hardworking, conscientious, punctual, reliable, and enthusiastic young doctor. He has developed good relationship with his peers and patients. He deals with stress in a very open and cool mind. He's interested in doing orthopedic surgery as a career, and I think he's going to do really well. I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. Thank you.
Well, first, thank you for the opportunity to give this award for the Outstanding Student Leader. The award is unique in that it is the only one that's voted on by the students themselves. All the other awards that you've seen today are based on faculty vote. So this one is especially a meaningful award for the recipient. So it is named after J. Rush Pierce, who was an outstanding leader in the community. He was a physician here for many, many years, both in private practice and then also at Texas Tech. At Texas Tech, he served several roles. He was at one point the interim dean, and he was my mentor. And this award is was created by me for him to represent the amount of leadership impact for a school. So the award includes a book that is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And it is meaningful to a lot of leaders in the United States as an example of how to lead with grace, and how to get the most out of your group. So the recipient of this year's award is Ganesh Minyam. And I congratulate Ganesh with all my heart. This is extremely huge honor to you, and that your peers find you to be an outstanding leader among leaders. So congratulations, Ganesh, and I wish you well. I wish you all the best in your futures as positions.
I'm back on the stage again, and I'm very proud to present the Bernard Mittermeier Award. Dr. Mittermeier is truly an American hero, and certainly a hero to me. He is the former interim president of TTUHSC, executive vice president and provost of the Health Sciences Center. He was former interim dean of the School of Medicine and is now an emeritus professor of urology in the Department of Surgery. Before coming to Texas Tech, Dr. Mittermeier had a very distinguished career in the U.S. military. He was the commanding general at Walter Reed Hospital. He was Surgeon General of the United States and was a lieutenant general when he finished his career. He received numerous prestigious medals, including the Distinguished Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Distinguished Flying Cross, and the Bronze Star with oak leaf clusters. He also served in Vietnam, and his unit was shelled generally every night. This scholarship was established by the School of Medicine to recognize Dr. Mittermeier's role in the development of the Health Sciences Center in Amarillo. The award is presented to a graduating student who matches into Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, a primary care residency program, and this person must demonstrate great compassion and outstanding clinical ability. And the student award goes to Musab Diab. Next, I get to award the E.K. Jones Award. Mrs. Jones established this award as a memorial to her husband, Dr. E.K. Jones. Dr. Jones was a prominent internist who, in addition to his busy practice, was involved in many civic and philanthropic activities. He was also the president of the Potter Randall County Medical Society. The award is given to a student who demonstrates both outstanding clinical ability and great compassion toward patients, and matches into an internal medicine or family medicine residency at TTUHSC in Amarillo. And our winner is Sri Dharmar Pandey. The Potter Randall County Medical Alliance Scholarship is one that is presented to an outstanding Amarillo student who intends to practice future medicine in the Texas Panhandle. And this year, the winner is Cheryl Haston. And lastly, it's my honor to present the Stephen L. Burke Overall Outstanding Student Award. Dr. Burke, as you know, is the Dean and Executive Vice President of our TTUHSC School of Medicine. The outstanding medical student this year is dedicated to and passionate about local and global health, and is currently partnering with community organizations like Women's Protective Services to counter intimate partner violence. This student participates in community-based health screening and also connects hospitals, and developing nations with sources for much-needed medical supplies. The student values mentorship and is an active member and an officer of Mentors for Medicine. This organization pairs pre-medical students on the Texas Tech campus with medical students at TTUHSC. The program enables pre-medical students to really get a firsthand inside look at what being a medical student is and all of what medical school really entails. This student also recognized that mentorship was invaluable to the student's own development, which instilled a strong commitment to provide mentorship to classmates, which was freely offered to help colleagues with their medical education. A sample of the many comments by the students attending physicians includes eager to learn, an excellent team player, displays great enthusiasm, sound medical knowledge, is very thorough in assessment skills, establishes rapport with patients, is a strength with many patients, commending her on for her great interest in bedside manner. Clinical skills were far above expectation and connects easily with patients from all walks of life. A critical thinker and a compassionate clinician. Our Stephen L. Burke Outstanding Student for the class of 2001 is Bella Kalayaparampil. Congratulations, Bella. Now, I will turn this over to Ganesh Manyam, Class Vice President, and presentation of faculty and staff awards, but not before I once again thank Dean Kristen Stutz, Ms. Dawn Cox, who got this very nice venue for us, Ms. Gayla Beals, and Ms. Janet Abbott for all their work to make this match ceremony successful. I saw how much they did, and believe me, this was an effort of love on their part. Thank you.
Something we enjoy doing on Match Day is honoring those who have helped us get here. So we now like to pay tribute to the faculty and residents who helped us. This year, we had 4 professors retire, and we wanted to take the time to honor these professors for their years of service and their dedication to our learning.
Dr. Paul Teller is an associate professor in the Department of OBGYN at TTUHSC School of Medicine. He has dedicated more than 10 years of service to the Amarillo community and the student body. We are thanking him today and want to honor him for this Lifetime Achievement Award, for spending hours with students teaching us knot tying and suturing skills, and for all that he has done for the community and student body. Thank you, Dr. Teller, for all you've done for the Amarillo community and student body. We are honoring you today with this Lifetime Achievement Award and wish you the best.
It is my most sincere honor to present Dr. Knockby with the Lifetime Achievement Award. I could easily spend an entire day describing the number of lives he has touched, but I will do my best to summarize his immense impact. Dr. Knockby had a huge heart, both for teaching and helping the underserved, from here all the way to Pakistan. He was one of the first neonatologists in this area and has helped shape countless medical students into the compassionate physicians they are today. Our NICU is named after him, which is a testament to his character and his accomplishments as a physician. He practiced as long as he did solely due to the love of his practice. I know that my peers and I will not soon forget what he has taught us. So again, thank you and congratulations, Dr. Knockby.
Dr. Waller has been my mentor here, and if you come to Durham Clinic, he'll greet you with his lecture materials and chocolates. He is so eager to teach and is so passionate about helping students achieve their goals, whatever they may be. We are so grateful that he continues to be involved with our education, even after retirement, because we don't know what we'd do without him.
Dr. Steve Urban went above and beyond for students during his long and distinguished career. He is someone who genuinely cares about the lives and education of medical students, and he would get to know us personally and was quick to offer guidance when needed. Even after retiring, he conducted mock interviews and gave valuable feedback. He will be greatly missed, though we know he will continue to stay involved with our school. So in recognition of his dedication to TTUHSC it is our honor to award him with the Lifetime Achievement Award.
This pandemic has been a trying time for our friends, our families, and our communities. While we are so grateful to every physician and resident who has worked on the front lines, we want to honor those who have truly gone above and beyond.
So I want to put the spotlight on Dr. Evelyn Spar of the Family Medicine Department. She is a brilliant physician. She is loved and respected by her peers, her residents, and her students. She's a full-time faculty member in both the inpatient and outpatient setting, teaching residents, seeing her own panel of patients, and she also runs a unique headache clinic on the 5th floor where patients can go and get treatment where they would otherwise have to wait, weeks to months to see a specialist, and it's very, very nice for them to have around. On top of all that, during the pandemic, she ran the Texas Tech COVID clinic on the 5th floor. She was in charge of the distribution for vaccinations for all the TTUHSC staff, faculty, students here in Amarillo through the School of Pharmacy. And she was the point of access for a lot of media outlets, newspapers, journals, and has done a wonderful job of educating the community and trying to get the word out for all the changes that we've been going through during this pandemic. She deserves this COVID Hero Award because she has truly committed to the safety and education of this community, and we just want to thank her for everything she's done this year.
I worked with Dr. Yalamanchili for 2 weeks during my critical care rotation and really just witnessed how dedicated he was to caring for his patients as well as to educating his residents and students and really just incorporating everyone that was a part of the team into the care of the patient. Dr. Yalamanchili is deserving of this COVID Heroes Award, not only for how hard he works when he's in the ICU, but also for his dedication to helping the community at large. He worked over 50 continuous days in the ICU, as well as developing a little bit of a cult following via his Facebook posts. And really for all of his work throughout this entire year, he is deserving of this award.
I had the honor of working with Dr. Bell in both adult and pediatric rounds in the hospitals, and one thing that I always think about when I think about Dr. Bell is he's the type of physician that I strive to be. He approaches each patient with so much compassion and grace, and is someone who listens well to both students, to residents, to patients. He walks with a unique level of humility. And I think in this past year, his character was just amplified through everything that we all walked through with COVID. He took so much of his time and energy to educate us and to explain COVID when we didn't understand it, and helped us feel equipped and able to approach what was a very unknown situation. And he devoted so much of his energy to coordinating the testing sites to serve the community, all while also serving patients and continuing to teach. He is so deserving of this COVID Hero Award. He goes above and beyond in everything that he does, especially within this past year.
I had the privilege of working with Dr. Walker at the COVID drive-through testing clinic, as well as on the inpatient and outpatient setting since the beginning of the pandemic. From last April he has been at the COVID testing site almost daily in full PPE, whether it was freezing or we were in the middle of the Amarillo summer. And he was a fierce advocate of making sure we were protected as students and staff, as well as doing the best he can for the community. He has additionally started a great following on Facebook and has used his new platform as a way to reach out to the community and educate those in the Panhandle about COVID. He's been an advocate of wearing masks from the beginning, as even going so far as to asking people in the grocery store where their mask is. He has also been a great advocate of getting vaccinated and has pushed each of us to make sure we are protected to our maximum. He's continued with his full practice, inpatient and outpatient, as well as teaching students. And additionally, he continued for the Christian students Bible study over Zoom. Dr. Walker made amazing strides in embracing this new normal. And we're so grateful for him, and he absolutely deserves this COVID Heroes Award.
Over the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Nicole Lopez has spent countless hours at the COVID-19 testing drive-through clinic, as well as administering vaccines at the historic vaccine clinic, all while maintaining a full practice and teaching and mentoring students at the Texas Tech Family Medicine Clinic. We would like to honor Dr. Lopez with the COVID Hero Award for all of her dedication and going above and beyond over the course of the last year. Thank you.
So I had the wonderful opportunity to work with Dr. Milton for 1 month during the COVID-19 pandemic. During my time with him, I was able to witness his role as the Amarillo Public Health Authority as he conducted media interviews, weekly press conferences, and worked at the forefront of the response to the pandemic, all the while maintaining his practice, rounding on hospital patients, and teaching medical students. As a medical student, it was a tremendous honor to work with him and observe his perseverance amongst the pressures he had to endure to serve his community. Dr. Milton, we are appreciative of your leadership during this difficult time, and it is an honor for us to give you the COVID Heroes Award.
It is my honor to present the COVID Heroes Award to Dr. Sigler. From the first day I worked with him, I was amazed by what a phenomenal teacher, researcher, and clinician he is. What struck me the most was his humility and his kindness to me, the nurses, the patients, and to everyone else around him. To be in a stressful environment and be responsible for the recovery of some of the sickest people in the hospital and remain so calm and compassionate takes strength, discipline, and resilience, and he has demonstrated all of that during my time with him. We are so grateful for your service to the community, and we are so blessed to have you here.
The class of 2021 would like to award Dr. Vo with the COVID Heroes Award for his dedication to his patients, students, and profession. Early in the pandemic, Dr. Vo himself contracted COVID and was struggling with his recovery, remaining hypoxic for an extended period of time. Even then, he returned to the wards, ready to lead the team with the pulse ox in hand. Every student that interacts with Dr. Vo has only the utmost respect for him, and today we celebrate his hard work and dedication through this recognition. Thank you, Dr. Vo.
In an unprecedented time, we need nothing short of heroes to step up and care for our loved ones. Dr. Manish Patel is one of those heroes. Throughout his career, patients have described Dr. Patel as thoughtful and diligent, deserving of a multitude of awards. He's intentional and thorough with his work, doing anything and everything he can to provide the best for his patients. More specifically, during this pandemic, Dr. Patel has worked tirelessly, probably working over 1,000 hours, taking care of the sickest patients in the ICU. And I've personally seen Dr. Patel manage lists of 50 plus ICU patients, caring for each one as if they were a family member. For this reason and for so many more, Dr. Patel is so deserving of the class of 2021 COVID Heroes Award.
The class of 2021 votes for the Outstanding Resident Award, and this year we had 2 residents who tied for this honor, and so we'd like to recognize them both.
I'm very excited to congratulate Dr. Sean Wesley for being selected as one of this year's Outstanding Residents. We have the pleasure of working with many incredible residents during our time here in Amarillo, but I think what sets Dr. Wesley apart is his fervor for teaching. It is easy to tell that he loves what he does, and he comes to work every day with a great attitude and desire to share his knowledge with us. While being a teacher isn't inherently in the job description, I know each and every medical student he has come in contact with is grateful for the wisdom he imparted. Thank you, Dr. Wesley.
The residents at TTUHSC are passionate about teaching medical students, and Dr. Lindsay Porter is one of these residents. As a fellow graduate of Tech Medical School, she has put much of her energy and passion into teaching 3rd and 4th years in the wards and clinic as a way of giving back. She is a huge student advocate and mentor for many in our class, and for these reasons, she's being awarded the Outstanding Resident of the Year award.
So we spend a great deal of our training in our core clerkships, and our coordinators are the ones who keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. So we wanted to thank them on behalf of the class.
We would like to thank each of the clerkship coordinators and directors for your help guiding us through each of our rotations our third year, our elective rotations our fourth year, and adapting to all of the challenges of the pandemic over the last year. We truly would have been lost without each of your help and guidance.
We would now like to honor the legacy of Dr. Douglas Lewis, a faculty neurologist who left a lasting impact on our school and our community prior to his passing last year.
Dr. Douglas Lewis was a neurologist and helped many patients in both Amarillo and the Texas Panhandle. Unfortunately, he passed away in May of 2020. He served patients with all types of neurological diseases, from Parkinson's disease to epilepsy to multiple sclerosis, just to name a few. His fascination with the brain and the neurosciences was admirable. He was loved by his patients because of his warm and welcoming demeanor, ability to listen intently to each patient and address their concerns with care, and his deep appreciation for the human side of medicine. He approached each day with enthusiasm, often playing a wide variety of music in his office throughout the day. Dr. Lewis taught medical students neurology and graciously invited them to attend clinic with him. He was excited to introduce students to the wonders of neurology and guide students who were passionate about the field. Dr. Lewis also loved his family and friends. He loved the outdoors and enjoyed trips to the mountains of northern New Mexico and Colorado. The Amarillo class of 2021 has chosen to honor Dr. Lewis by planting a pinon pine tree, a tree found in the American Southwest, including northern New Mexico and Colorado, on the Texas Tech grounds. His legacy will be memorialized with a plaque for him to be remembered by. We appreciate everything Dr. Lewis has done for the Amarillo community, the Texas Panhandle, and Texas Tech students. We're so grateful to have had the opportunity to work with him.
So that's everything the students wanted to present this year. We are so grateful to all the faculty who have taught us these last 2 years. We couldn't have made it here without you. We do want to give a special shout out to our Student Affairs Office, Kristen Stutz, Don Cox, Gayla Beals, and Janet Abbott. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. And finally, to my class, congratulations on matching. On behalf of the class officers, it's been an honor to serve y'all, and we look forward to seeing you in person for graduation.
Thank you very much for joining us today for our virtual ceremony. I want to make one last thank you to Oasis Southwest Baptist Church, the ministry and the staff here who have helped us to put on this program this morning. We thank you very much for your live stream expertise in helping us to do this. So to Matthew and Becky and Troy and Ben, thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. Parents and families, I hope you've gotten a little taste of what we've been able to spend with your students in the last 2 years, and I'm really proud just looking at that last video of how much these students have grown. We're sending really great physicians out into the world come May. So thank you so much for being with us here today. Students, we'll look forward to seeing you at the walkthrough starting at 1 o'clock. Again, thank you so much.
You've got a friend in me.
compressions? CPR. Yes, compressions.
You have a pulse? You have a pulse?
No.
Yes or no? No. Start CPR. Start CPR. Oh my gosh, what should we be doing? What are we doing now?
Intubate. Breathing inside. We're putting it in the and we're breathing for him, and we're also heart beating for him.
Oh my gosh.
19.
Buckshot, put your bed flat.
You need a break.
No, Buckshot, it's you four. You're running this code, all right? Maybe drop the bed down for S&M so she's not on her tiptoes. How about we drop the bed rails? Oh my gosh, it's all over. It's so much to live for.
What are we trying to do?
So much to live for. Oh my gosh, here we